Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play World Waves 3 as Germany, episode number 3. Yeah, 3 and 3. So a few points of order, just don't worry too much about it if your name is already being used by the AI. I'm going to rename all the ones that are my own ships. So we'll just leave the original ones. We'll call that just, the ships that were already generated prior to my tenure as Naval Secretary or whatever it is in Germany. And all the new ones coming in will get new names, so I'll rename them. Don't worry about it. Another reason why you shouldn't worry too much about anything is because I've been highlighting the names as I use them in light color, because I think we might even go twice through the list. And this could be, in theory, a very long series. I mean, we're starting in the 1890s. We could go all the way to 1940s, 1950s maybe. Well, I don't know if we'll get into missile technology. That's a long series. Okay, that's the points of order. 2 minutes in, let's go. We're at war with France, and this is the big news. Blockaded. So, not too surprising, I think. Blockades are very easy to have in this game. It only takes a 10%... I've talked about this so many times, my goodness. It only takes a 10% superiority in blockade points to have a blockade, which to me has never made sense. That means, effectively, if you had all identical ships, if I have 11 ships and you have 10, I blockade you. That doesn't make sense, right? I mean, a blockade is really a true superiority in numbers. I mean, I'm not even sure if 50% can establish a blockade. But even beyond that, a blockade is not just a numerical superiority or like a force superiority. It's an execution strategy. So it means that you actually weaken your forces to blockade, or you push close to the enemy. I mean, anyway. Now, Rule of Waves doesn't have a lot of the strategy elements. It obviously doesn't have the most important thing in a war between nations like France and Germany. It has no modeling, not really at least, of army. And if you think the Navy is going to matter between Germany and France, well, just go look at all their wars. It never mattered. It was never the deciding factor. So, yeah. But it will be in this game, because this is a game about navies and war. How bad is it here? It's probably pretty bad. So we have 100, you can see on this is our active points, 115, and they have 158. Now, I don't think I would contest that we should be blockaded in this case, because, I mean, first of all, they have 12 battleships to our 4. We actually have 6 armored cruisers to their 4, so we are up in there. Now, I wonder how this is all going to go. I don't know how Battle Generator works. Battle Generator has been, unfortunately, the whipping child, has been much maligned over the years. But it's not terrible. It's just not great. It can generate some bad things. And that's always like, unfortunately, the way people work is that we tend to remember some of the bad things, not always the positive things. We do need to put some ships on trade protection, so we'll do that real fast. Satisfy. I'd like to over-satisfy this in general. But we don't have to worry about it too much because right now, at least, there's not a whole submarine presence. By the way, thanks to all the comments. I've gone through and read all of them, but I haven't been able to respond to even many of them. But I actually saw we had some role-playing going on, so if you haven't caught that, you can always look back on the previous videos. Okay, good. So the first battle in the series is going to be our raid on enemy shipping in the English Channel. Battle size is large. Our forces are going to be... Well, that's what we can draw from. Is that what we're going to have? It looks like it's what we're going to have. Wow. Boy, they really picked the first battle for me. Oh my gosh, spotted right away. Yeah, we have our full force. And we have all of our ding-dong battleships, which is like... And please, God, tell me I have... Oh, yes. Okay, so it looks like our Freyas they are on first cruiser division is all together, so there's that. What do we spot? I think that we need to have these guys. I know that they want to be scouts, but they're not going to be. We're going to set them to independent, and we're going to get them to go into line ahead. They're going to have to do some merging here. Let's keep that speed as low as possible. I actually want to defer a little bit my my battle engagement until my line gets set, because this is not exactly... I thought I set this to be my fleet. Didn't I? Did I do that? Did I do that in one of the videos that I scrapped? It could be. I thought what I did is I set this fleet to be my flag fleet, and this just to be core. Which I know the game doesn't want my armored cruisers to be, the main force, but in this case, they're actually better ships. So I want my flagship. Anyway, here. Or maybe it is my flagship. Maybe I'm there. Admiral Torturpitz is on the Freya, supposedly. But he's also in the scouting ranks? I don't think that makes sense. Screen, we can go with screen on these guys. We just remember what we're dealing with here. 6 4-inch guns, 6 2-inch guns. Good armor, so we can probably put these guys up against the enemy. No man can do very wrong if he puts his ship alongside the enemy. I don't know if we'll follow the famous Nelson, but yeah, we'll have to see how this develops. Close quarters is definitely going to be a thing, though. They want us to go and raid some ships here. In fact, we already have an objective, which is to sink any two ships greater than 500 tons. We got a lot of points for that. I mean, we're probably going to need points, since I don't really know how things are going to go. This is not right. This is not right at all. Something is horribly wrong. Everything is horribly wrong. I need... Wow, missile control panel? No. I need arrows. I need directional arrows, compass arrows. Compass, ship side flags, course indicators, damage meter, map scale. Sure, we'll just take all the things. Thank God I put this on captain's mode. Low AI control of all friendly. Well, I don't know if we'll want that or not. I haven't looked at all those other options, but there we go. Okay, I probably don't need the damage meter right away, but okay, maybe it doesn't hurt to keep it up just in case I miss it. But the thing I was missing most was definitely the ship directions there. Okay, since north is always going to be exactly up and down in this, I will... It looks fun, but I'm going to go ahead and take off the compass. That's the one thing we don't need, since north is always up. No chances of being confused. So we do need to buy some time. We don't want to tax the engines. This is another thing to consider, especially early on with this vertical triple expansion steam engine. We are going to burn our engines out very quickly. So I do not want people going crazy, revving up their engines too quickly. Unfortunately, I bet the Prince Albert, he's at 12. Good. That's not. I don't want them to go too fast. I'll buy time by just moving backwards even, although that might be a... This is all... I love the fog of war. We don't know anything. This could be just a transport ship that we're letting get back because I don't know if it could be a battleship, and I don't want my fleet to engage until we're in formation. Anyway, we're going to start proceeding. I probably don't need this guy. This guy probably could stay on AI control. These guys are at 12. That's fine. And I want to paint the visual here because I think that this game is really good when it comes to realism. And the only thing it's missing basically is the graphics that would make you see it. But for people with any kind of an imagination, this game is really good at... Oh my gosh, our battle window is... Good thing I caught that. Like everything else in Rule Waves, this game just makes it so difficult to have a... I saw his stealth wasn't even able to record some part of the game because he didn't know about the derpiness of the OBS interacting with Ruled Waves. It doesn't work well. You have to do some special stuff. It takes a while to set up. And I had to reset it up for Ruled Waves 3. Not because of Ruled Waves 3, but just because I was a dummy. I upgraded OBS at some point, and yeah, that's definitely a ship which is steamed back to port. So they're getting out of here. Unfortunately, that does count against us in terms of we're not able to claim that as a kill. They did get to port. So we'll just go ahead and cruise along. I would love an early victory here, but we know that lurking out there somewhere is something more than unknown ship. Oh, okay, that's... I hit space. Some notes about the controls. Spacebar should only take me 1 minute at a time, but every now and then spacebar just takes me like infinite minutes, like it was doing there. I suspect that this is something which wants to engage. Now we're almost into a... What in God's name? We're going to have to work on fleet discipline. This is pretty bad. Alright, let's go up to cruise speed. I think that they're trying... Veneta is supposed to be number 2. Okay, that's a Tage. Let's go after the Tage. We will take you off AI control. In fact, screening time is now over. We're going to set you to support. Line ahead. You guys will also move in. Transformers. So we'll go ahead and we'll go after this. I'm going to call it a Tage class, but that's probably not the correct French pronunciation. 8 5-inch guns, 8 3-inch guns. Not bad. Not bad. Not something that I'm like looking forward to go up against. It's also 22 knots, so 5,200. My God, they call that a light cruiser? What are we at? 73? Okay. Oh, question mark commanding. Aw. Oh, there we go. Wackenkoller. Ah, this is so cool. I have to say, them adding the actual commander names. Look at this guy. He's above average, well connected. I haven't shown all the officers yet, but you can go through the whole list. And I mean, it's going to be fun to follow officers as they... Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to go extreme there. It's just a transport. Let's not go too crazy. Mainly, I'm just going to try to cut off the Tage or whatever it's called. That's probably their main fleet. Let's try to get this one knocked out before we engage them. I might do a little dilly-dallying. Okay, wind is out of the west, which means we would prefer to be on the east, and we are. That's good. Because basically back with the steam and all that, you don't want the steam blowing in front of your guns. You want it blowing behind your ship. You want... It's not great either when the steam's obstructing their vessel, but typically, since... You know, boats and ships are above the water. There's a hole, you know, the side, the belt, all that. That is not where people are standing, and that's usually still visible. So you can kind of aim at the bottom of their ship, knowing that the rest of the ship is right above it. But you can't really do that if you're in the thick of the smoke. It's a lot more difficult. Did these guys heave too? Let me go to the log. Yeah, they heaves too. They abandoned the ship. Oh, they abandoned ship. So that's good. That's our first victory. That should be our... Oh, I'm not sure if that one's over 500 tons. I hope to go. It's 900. Woo! Just barely. We need one more kill. And I suspect that we're being lured into here. That's why I'm not gonna raise steam. I'm not gonna go full on out. We spotted a land installation, which I will avoid that. Now, I think that we can go at 12 speed, no problem. And, yeah, maintain that for a long period of time. Okay, I'm pretty sure... I think what's going to happen here, and I don't know why I'm not doing this already, I'm going to send these battleships back. I'm not even going to fight with them. I don't know why I was even bringing them in here. There's, like, no way we're going to fight with them. Okay, so we originally identified this thing, I think, as something else. Okay, as a battleship, but now we know it's one of their... Well, we don't know for sure. This could still be a misidentification. They have 6 8-inch guns. That's pretty good. Configuration here is a 2-1-1-2, so it's really a 5, 6, or 8-inch broadside. Belt armor's okay. I mean, it's the best of their best versus the best of my best. Unfortunately, they also have battleships out there somewhere. But I think that this is our green light. This is going to be our... We're going to go for this one. I'm not going to raise my speed too much still. Just going to wait. We know that they're out there somewhere. Maybe I'll go up to 15. These light cruisers are just going to be useless unless I bring them up. So it looks like they are somewhat fleeing. And this is probably why. That's their main battle fleet. Yeah, we can see them. Already I know what that is. Okay, let's get some gunfire ranges in here. Oh, what's this? This is the radar. Whoops. Sighting range. Main gun range. Torpedo range. Great. I want all of them. So... If that's our... What do we have on these guys? Those are our 7-inch guns. We can expect the 6-inch guns. Not going to be any more than this. So we don't need to worry too much about that. that threat after all, that land one. And it's a long way to Tipperary, or in our case, heading back home. What's the speed on these guys? Oh, brother. Another thing I wanted to mention is about video frequencies. I was just about to say, this is going to be a long video. I'm probably going to end up doing these more in the 40-minute range, but not every day. Never, even if I was doing 30 minutes, it wouldn't be every day. Oh, interesting. So we can maybe pull in a victory from the ones in the back. Let's let these guys go down to 12 and just kind of saunter into battle, whereas the armored cruisers are the ones going to do the main fighting. We will have maneuverability because their line, it looks like they're going to try to keep their line together. Yeah, we might as well just go to squad max with these guys and charge after that ship, which could give us an early victory. Now, what I'm in my head thinking is take out this light cruiser. It's not going to happen like that, by the way. We can't just wander in, fire a barrage and then win. This is not World of Warships. These things can take a real beating, especially in this era. But we just want to, make ourselves seem very threatening and then probably run over there. Do we have smoke? No, we don't have the ability to make smoke, so that's also going to be a problem. Torpedoes are not very threatening right now, so those battleships are really just going to be difficult for us to deal with. And they now have a line of armored cruisers. That would be a lot of fun to see our armored cruisers go up against theirs. Unfortunately, they're not going to, all is fair in love and war, which means it's not about having a fair fight. That guy's trying to make his way back to port. Maybe we can intercept. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here, because we apparently revealed the Suffering class. My god, that's ugly. That is so ugly. That is so hideous. I love it. 16-inch belt? What? Okay, they have an Ocean class out there somewhere with 12-inch guns with the 7.5-inch belt. That seems a little more normal. I just don't believe I saw this correctly. What the heck? What? Well, I mean, not that we can't penetrate more than like 6 inches. Why does it matter that it's 16? It's probably what I should say, but instead, I really, really hope that these guys can get the beat on that other ship, because this does not look winnable. Alright, we had our fun. We know we're outnumbered. We're going to draw them back and let them come. Let them come. So we can probably isolate them or force them to use their engines. Too much? That's fine with me. Okay. Oh my goodness. We do have something we can do here. Alright. Let's go in this direction then. I'm going to go back up to 13. This is probably maybe even 14. We don't want to... I don't know if I want to engage them. They're probably going to put, what? That's going to be 3 8-inch guns. They can probably fire at us already. We're actually opening fire at them. The opening barrages of the war. Prince Heinrich firing at one of their deputy tours. I mean, it's a hell of a... It's a very evenly matched fight, in my opinion. By the way, I didn't get the 15 knots. Okay, good. So that we're going to force them to steam almost at max speed in order to keep up with us, which is great. I do like that. And that's where the ship was sunk. So if we can actually engage these Lalonde class, that would be great. That would be very good for us. You guys, maybe step it up to 13. I don't know if this is pretty early on, if we're going to have to worry about mines or not. We'll probably find out in the worst way. But this would be perfect for our battleships. We're just going to swing in. We're going to chance it. Oh, alright. Alright, so let's take a look at my own ships. I think we have really terrible... Oh my god. This is my... Oh. Yeah, so I'm apparently on here, commanding. No, that's just commanding that vessel. And I have some question marks there. So I don't know where I am. I get to be wherever I want to be, I guess. Yeah, 2 10-inch guns. We're not going to hit 4 9... What the... 4 9-inch guns, huh? I can tell you one thing. That's not a ship I would ever design. Alright, we are opening fire, though. It'd be nice to land a few shots. They misunderstood our flag signals, which we are not giving them any flag signals. Note, we're just telling them, keep going. Is there a flag for keep going? Do you need to know that? Oh, one of our turrets jammed. Wow, that's going to happen a lot in this day and age. It shows me as taking huge damage, but that's actually because my turret is jammed, so I'm basically combat. You got to be kidding me. We're losing to a bunch of light cruisers. Well, I'm not surprised. We basically are fighting with like... Wait, 4,500? Wait, these are all 7,100. No, there she is. There she is. 5,300. So it's really not that... I approach this because it's battleships versus light cruisers, which is an engagement you would love to have 9 times out of 10. Probably 99 times out of 100. Unfortunately, in this case, we're actually losing because our battleships are really not battleships. They're like light cruisers. Anyway, we're still going to try to pick a fight here because this is as good of a lopsided engagement as we can hope for. We've got people going... So once they're going in circles, just there's no point in trying to maintain speed of any kind. Might as well slow down. I assume that because of the armor, we shouldn't actually be getting hit. It's just crazy to me. I mean, they're obviously hitting parts that are not the armored parts, like the belt extended or something. I don't know who it was that got hit, but I mean, the rudder, that's... Who got hit? Was it you? Yeah, the only hit that has been... I think this might be the only hit of the entire war so far. Happened to be a critical belt extended hit that jammed our rudder. Not off to a particularly lucky start. That's okay. We'll try this. Try to get things back under control. Rudder is repaired. We're just trying to win a points game. Do we want to pick up survivors? We'll get extra points for it, but yeah, how long are they going to have to stay there? We'll say yes. No, because somebody was already doing that. Yeah, we're chasing them out of port, at least. We can kill that patrol boat. Is that 200 tons? Dang it. We're going back at it. Seeing if we can salvage the original terribleness. Now they also can't... No, they can go through that. Brandenburg misunderstood signals. Don't know what they're going to do. We have to be a little bit careful because we don't actually want to get caught. So I guess I'm going to have to start heading home. And this is another thing about Rule the Waves is although you are in control of like the entire aspect of the fleet from the very top and down to the very bottom at sometimes, you know, captain's mode, even admiral's mode, you get to control like individual, get a flag. The middle ground where you're deciding the strategy of what battles, the battle generator basically is a huge flaw in the game. And this is just an example. Is this something that the Germans would actually dictate? Would they actually say, hey, let's go after them? We all saw, I mean, okay, none of us saw, but we know from history what the Germans did during World War I, right? They had a few early engagements and then we did just batten the hatches, man. They just went home. Alright, looks like we're going to have to start exercising Squad Max type stuff to get out of here on time. This could be where the good fight ends up happening. These guys have to get home. Obviously, they're in a hurry. Late for a date. Something. But the cruisers might be able to tango for a little bit. I don't think we're going to sink a second ship, but... yeah. We'll raise steam. Let's get going. With the goal being just leave those battleships in the dust. In fact, we can probably play a little bit of defense here. Brandenburg, you're the good one, though. Why don't... 12. Well, we'll do this for a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't go crazy. Maybe we should just do 16. Because that'll already outpace the battleships, and then we can maintain it for a very long time. Yeah, okay, let's do 16. This person's going to go right in the middle of us? It just seems a little bit... I mean, that's a little bit bold. And they're going right into our broadside? I mean, Nelson would be proud, but I don't... like, this can't be... okay, good. Finally! We hit the enemy! We have their range, but unfortunately we're going anti-parallel, so they're just going to be zipping on away from us pretty quickly here. Hell, I'm feeling so emboldened that let's just... let's go take out this patrol boat while we're at it. And they are pursuing. Funny. Maybe they know that they're just buying time. Ah, the 2-inch gun hit. You know it's getting serious when we're landing the 2-inch guns. I would love to sink this thing, but I doubt we're going to. And I know that it says pending 500 tons and within... ah. Wow. So they also don't let you just sink any 2 ships. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, basically, whoever gave us this order is just insane. We're not going to sink anything, and that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see, a non-penetrating hit. For those of you who don't know, it's a star. A star means a penetrating hit. Secondary hit didn't do... I mean, a star, again, there's no asterisk, so it didn't penetrate the armor. We don't know, obviously, if we're penetrating or not for them, but this guy has taken a lot of damage. I'm still not sure exactly what he thought he was doing here. In the confusion, it looks like the Slitherines did kind of break off. I say in the confusion, I don't even know what that means, why there would have been confusion, but in my mind's, you know, in my imagination that there's some confusion because they're going through this blue thing, which doesn't exist in real life, just an indicator about where the home port is. We have landed quite a few hits on this thing. Unfortunately, it also doesn't matter because they're so close to port they can... in fact, the fact that they just disappeared is exactly the point I was about to make. They can just enter port. And if you see a ship disappear next to port like that, that's exactly what it did. It decided, I've had enough of this, I'm entering the port, and I'm immediately invisible and invulnerable. So whatever kind of damage we did, it just gets locked at where it was. You can't... I guess, at least I've never... I don't think it's possible. I put a ship into port that was taking on a lot of water, and also pretty much at the point of being completely sunk due to flooding. And because it made it to port, the ship survived. That's something that I'm happy to take advantage of it, so I can't really fault the AI for doing the same. But I really think that that's going to conclude this little engagement. We are going to lose the battle because we didn't complete our objectives, but I have to say, once again, they were very, very silly objectives to be given to begin with. If you were the head of a navy and you knew that you were outnumbered 3 to 1 in terms of battleships, would you send your main battle line right at theirs? I don't think so. That doesn't seem strategically intelligent. Yeah, I mean, this is the one thing. How do you control the battles which are generated? Now, we can always decline. And for all we know, we can roleplay it as the Kaiser demanded that we make a raid on the French just to assert dominance, whatever. Having control over that aspect would be really neat, though. I think that, like I said, this is why the Battle General has been a whipping boy of the series, the World Wave series, because it's it's a disconnect. You control the ships, you control the budgets and all that, but you don't control the strategy. I think we're probably going to just end this because I don't think there's anything more that can really happen. We'll go ahead and slow down the cruise because even if they come up at this point, it'll be a disjointed affair, And we'll probably let our, let's go up to 13, I guess. We'll let our light cruisers drift back. If they want to engage, they can engage our light cruisers. It's funny because 12 knots is so slow, but it's actually almost max speed for our battleships. I don't think that they will engage. Oh. Error and check sightings procedure. Okay, cool. It survived. Oh. Have I mentioned before that this game is not yet released? I might have to send this bug report over. Two weeks, I guess, until the release date. It's pretty close. Wait, did I do this? I did. You guys are supposed to be at 13, and you guys are supposed to be at 12. I want the light cruisers in the back. I think they already were. Alright. At this point, I don't think it matters. I think we can go run this as quickly as you can. Ultra fast. Stop. Please, no more notifications. Yes. Okay, good. So the victor was France. Only because... What? Bonus for surviving? Oh, man. We would have gotten 18,000 points if we had gotten this, but, you know, this was just, I think it was impossible odds. We sank a ship, though. Hey, you know what? They can say that they won, but we sank a ship. Did they? Interesting that we did medium damage. Bring up the ship details to find out what exactly that means. The most damaged ship as far as damage points go, was the Weisenberg. From that one... That's crazy. How did that even penetrate? It was a hull hit. Without armor, I guess. So yeah, it wouldn't have been hard to penetrate that. 6-inch hit. I guess it just did a ton of damage. It's crazy. Was it flooding? How did it get so much flotation damage? Huh. Was it below waterline or something? Well, anyways, we took a lot of damage, but we actually did do some medium damage. Look at that. You say medium damage, but I don't believe you. Well, we chipped away at their superstructure. How about that? We're going to make them repair that armor. Yeah, they'll regret it. Coming out. Interesting. So there's a battle in Rule the Waves. Not a very good one. But probably good representative action for the time period. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know how we're going to survive this, because blockaded means very bad things for victory points. Losing the battles like that also means very bad things from terms of victory points. How much longer do we have to wait? Okay, we're very close to getting some more armored cruisers and some more light cruisers, which might tip the favor back away from being blockaded, but I don't know about that. And we're going to have to survive that long anyway. Oh, battleship engagement. Now, declining just robs us of so many victory points that we're just going to have to accept. This is closer to our area, and I think our strategy here is going to be turn tail and run with the battleships immediately. So we're just going to get them immediately to head home. They are pretty useless. Same strategy as before. I didn't check, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that these guys don't need to be like this. Anyway, we'll have them slowly form up. It's the same game as last time. Tortuga knows how to lead a... I mean, it's going to be a very boring war, but this is, I'm pretty sure this is the correct strategy. Not to be defeated. It's basically, we've learned the lessons of the past. And by that, I am referring to the Battle of... what the hell was it called? Not Dodger Bank. What the hell is this one here? Only the most famous naval battle pretty much of all time. Okay, I guess that would probably be Trafalgar, but... Oh no, I guess there's a lot of Pacific World War II battles which would be very famous as well. But as far as World War I goes, there's that one battle that... I do this intentionally, by the way. Of course I know what it is and I could say it right now, but I just want to give people a reason to comment. It's all just an excuse to get you guys to work up the algorithm. Oh man, and look at this, my battle screen. At least I remembered the size, that's nice, but not the position. Okay, so we're at 12, 10. Go back up to the 10 now. And you're by yourself. Are you the same? No, you're different. Speed of 20. Okay. Well, I have to say, it's almost nighttime. Where are my light cruisers? Let's go. We're just going to go ahead and charge this one and then immediately go back to port. Now, the reason I'm not trying to... I mean, okay, that's good to know that they're down there. So, did he already see? Yeah, he saw. Okay, that's fine. Keep this guy actually on the flank then. We're just going to squad max this one. I don't know what the objectives are. But our goal is going to be to charge in, try to do a little bit of damage, and then get a victory out of this. Okay, well, it's pretty clear what's going on here. This is not good things. Things that are not good. It's very soon going to be dark, so we rely on the hope of darkness. I'm not saying that we love darkness and everything, but let's see how this goes. So we're actually engaging their battleships at this point, which is not ideal. But the wind is definitely in our favor. We're very soon going to lose the... It's basically twilight now. Okay, there we go. Now, if we were really bold... We could charge them with our light cruisers. And you know what? We're going to. Avoid colliding in the dark, please. This is why Captain's Mode is unrealistic. There's no way these guys would know how to navigate around each other. Okay, well, here we go. Let's hope we identify them very, very quickly. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short engagement. Give me something. Do I have a target? No. No. Okay, well, it's something. It's like impossible for that to hit, in my opinion, but fine, we'll do it. Okay, next, Hamburg. Let's see, you have something. I don't... These torpedoes must be so slow. They must be so slow. Oh, wow. Well, we can launch this one, which I will do, because... Who knows, we'll get a chance to launch another torpedo off our port side. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's saying... Okay, friendly ship in line of fire. They're going the opposite direction of us. I don't think we're going to fire it like that, but okay. Oh my gosh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, we almost got a hit there. The Mad Tortuga defense, it works again! Sure, go ahead and launch. Free fire at this point. Anything you got? Okay, you already expended. So you're done. No, that's... that's not how that works. I'm not an expert in geometry, but... I don't think you've done the math right on that one. Oh, a forward. That's interesting. So that, I guess, presumes that we don't want to turn to our port side, which is exactly the way I wanted to turn. No point in running back into the battleships after you already charged them. So we, I guess we're going to hold off on that. Wow, I love the carnage, though. I just love it. The carnage, I mean the chaos, not the carnage. Expended and... See, that makes a little bit more sense to me. I mean, it's not aiming at the correct ship. This one is going that way and it thinks it's going to aim that way, but basically, I think that you might get lucky here. Well, it's starting to look more appealing. Let's go ahead and launch one off to starboard side, since I'm not sure we'll get another chance. And yeah, just keep, when you're going through hell, keep going. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! First of all, let me just make sure that we are okay. Firing torpedoes. Huh. Seems a little bit risky. They tell you friendly ship in line of fire, but not when the torpedo is going right through your ship. Then it's not friendly ship in line of fire. I've always felt that there must be a bug with this system. I'm not sure how it works exactly. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I don't have. There needs to be a debugging mode which shows me why this is okay, but not the other ones. Which I don't know. If you're in a line, anytime you fire port side or starboard side, you can't hit a friendly unless you're turning. But okay, let's fire this just for fun. If it hits friendly ship, that's even more. I'm just proving my point. But more importantly, let's see if we get lucky here. This thing is about to run out of steam too, so that's the, come on. Did it run out of steam or did it hit? No, it ran out of steam. No. Curses! Curse you! I didn't even see where the other torpedo went. Oh, yeah, it's literally slower than us. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, poop. Big poop. Big poop. That's one way of getting rid of the ships when you're just, ready to throw them away. It's just ramming speed and all that, but it was not exactly my intention. But things have gone so well for us that I think we'll bring back the other ships. Alright, you're coming back in too. Just cruise on in. There's going to be a ship sitting here for us to... Oh god. Don't also ram it. Okay, good. Now, as soon as you can, kindly, if you would, my good sir, madam, whatever. Probably not madam in this time. But get going, get gone. And we'll just go ahead and pepper this ship since it's sitting there, not doing it. Oh god. Oh no. Well, apparently they do have torpedoes and they are not shy about firing them. Now, if those torpedoes went that way, I have a feeling that we might have some problems over here. Okay, looks like we got away. Ah! The old 5600 light cruiser. So despite both of us having done probably significant damage to each other, we are okay. We are limping off, and definitely this ship has to make all speed. Let's examine how bad things are. Bad, very bad. But if we can just get to port, it's pretty far. But if we can get there, and I'm going to make sure at least that if it comes to it, we at least trade evenly. The goal being that we continue to fire at these ships and do some damage and not get hit by torpedoes, I guess. So let me disengage slightly. Oh god, you're like taking massive amounts of damage. Okay, you're probably not going to make it. The chances are, probably 199, but you're saying there's a chance. I just want to make sure that we get to sink the other one, because that would be a victory for us then, all told. Alright, we are doing some serious damage to this ship, so that's nice. And I don't even know where the rest of their fleet disappeared to. That should be like, warning bells should be going off, but we're going to continue to engage. I don't know. Could get lucky. Or we could just say that the Circle is almost surely going to die now. And she is, right? I mean, I'm not wrong about that. She must be dead, I hope. We're going to keep our ships fanned out. Let's go up to 14, 16, 16. Let's make it 16. Speed is still our friend here. A little bit of maneuvering. Bring in the Victoria Luis. Some action. Undyne is still the one doing damage. And then maybe... I think is she spinning in a circle? Our battleships are going this way. Let's bring them back. I don't think we need to risk them in this kind of nonsense. Torpedoes are just too good. Yeah, let's pepper the heck out of this thing. Make sure she doesn't make it... Ah, yeah, she's going down. I think they fixed the bug where, yeah, you can view whether or not the ship's sinking, which was amazing to use for a very long time. You could actually tell the ship was sinking, but we're good. We're good. So we're trading evenly. I'm going to call that a good result. I think the game will also call that a good result. You can go up to fast now. Okay, good. And that'll also call this episode to a close. Just steam back to port. Well, this has been a very interesting start to the war. We are blockaded, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but at least we can claim a victory here, I'm pretty sure. Let's get to the end of that battle. I have nobody left. Time elapsed, has to finish. There it is. Okay, victory to the Germans. Haha. Good enough, I guess. Ship details. Yeah, so their ship was 5,600 tons. Ours was 3,100, 4,000, I guess. Probably not the best light cruiser to lose. I thought I had a 3,100 ton ship there, but that's okay. We'll continue the war in the next one. Until then, thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.